Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Phoenix, and we are here with another Starship review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Advanced Escort Retrofit, or the Hestia Class. I hope I pronounced that right. So, that's the beautiful ship right here behind me. No, I did not do this on purpose. It was there all on its own. Anyways, let's get to it. Starting off with bridge officers, you have a Lieutenant Tactical, a Commander Tactical, a Lieutenant Commander Engineering / Command Officer, a Lieutenant Commander Science, and a Ensign Universal. For consoles, you have 3 Engineering, 4 Tactical, 3 Science. For weapons, you have 4 in the front, 3 in the aft. A base hull of 35,649 at level 50, and then at level 60 it is 41,333. A shield modifier of 0.9, base turn rate of 16, 2 device slots, impulse modifier of 0.20, inertia rating of 60, and because this is an escort, you get plus 15 power to weapon, plus 5 power to engines. You get the experimental weapon slot, it can load cannons, and you get the universal console high energy plasma expulsors. Alright, for ship design, this is very similar to the original Prometheus class, and that's the one thing I really enjoy about this ship is it pretty much kept it the original way with some minor tweaks. I believe the saucer section here is the same, but I think it's a little bit bigger. You have what I think would probably be the bridge right here. You have a warp nacelle at the back here. The one kind of gripe I do have is that it is visible and you can see it. I wish they would be able to make it, you know, like go down into the saucer section and then have like a door close over it so you don't see it, and then when you do separate it go into the multi-vector mode, that you know, that door opens and then the warp nacelle comes out. That would be awesome, but you can see it is sort of tucked in there, not so much, but it is tucked in there. You got a nice flat surface here at the bottom here, and you have the piece here where it separates. This is, I believe, the bottom piece here. And then let's see here. You have the secondary hull here, which you know, very long and narrow. You do have the rear shuttle bay. Underneath here you have your small deflector dish, and this is one of the few designs where it doesn't have that little curvy area here. It does, you know, slope upwards towards the secondary hull, but it doesn't have like that little curve to it here where it normally would. So it's a bit of a fresh reprieve from that. Then you have the upper pylon here. Gets a bit of a V shape here. It does curve upwards as well. You get this nice little slope upwards here, which attaches to the warp nacelle here. The rear or the bottom pylon very much sort of in line with the top pylon, but at the back here you get it does slope upward a little bit. I think near the rear of it slopes up more, but it does have like this sort of curvature at the back here, right where the where this point in the tail is or the aft section of the ship. For the warp nacelles, very similar to sort of how the new ships are coming, especially with the command battle cruisers. They're very much in line with these designs here, where you see the ram scoops or the Bassar collectors here, a nice flowy orange depending on which texture you go with. And they're nice, they're long, they're sleek as well. And then on the top nacelle here you have a bit of a point here, and then the rear one, or the underside nacelle is very similar in shape and whatnot. It's just a little bit shorter at the back here, but still has that not as much of a point as the top one, but it is still there. And then I totally forgot, you have your impulse engines on the saucer section. So when this does decouple from the rest of the ship, the impulse engines are on this on the saucer section here. Alright, for customization options here, you can choose whatever bridge that you own or that you want. For Windows, you get type 1 through 6. For material, I don't know if the Prometheus comes with it or not, but you do get the upgrade. You get the 1 through 7, and then if you are veteran, you get the veteran. Colors, usual palette there. For the hull, you get the Prometheus, Phoenix, Cerberus, and Hestia. And if you have the fleet version, you can get that skin as well. For patterns, pretty much the same patterns. And you can mix and match your ship however you wish. Okay, so ship mastery here. So at tier 1, you get a +5 accuracy rating. At level 2 here, you get +5 defense rating. At tier 3, you get +10% kinetic and energy damage. At tier 4, you get 2.5% critical chance. And then for the mastery, you get the numerical superiority, which does affects friend and self up to 5 people to self +10 to 50% all damage based on number of allies targeting your target. So that's kind of neat there. For ship mastery Admiralty stats, you get 16 engineering, 68 tactical, 24 science, and +10 tactical per engineering ship as well. So for my build, please note that this character is a work in progress, so he's not going to be the best, but this is what I have going so far. I have 3 fleet advanced dual heavy cannons here with critical damage and damage times 3. And then I have the wide arc phaser dual heavy cannons with accuracy times 2 and critical hit. For my deflector, I have the Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector Array with cool crit and critical X times 2 and the EPG. For my impulse, I have the adapted Mako Combat Impulse Engines. For the warp, I have the Elite Fleet Plasma Integrated Warp Core with the AMP EFF SSR weapons to engines, and then the weapons cap. For my shields, I have the adapted Mako code variant shields. And then for the aft, I have 3 fleet advanced phaser turrets with critical damage and damage times 3. For the experimental weapon, I've chosen the Voice of the Prophets. I like this a lot better than the standard one that most escorts come with. For devices, I have subspace field modulator, shield battery. For engineering consoles, I went with the simulated module, the Domino from the Bajoran interceptor, and the multi-vector assault mode, because it does come with, it doesn't come with the ship, but you can use it on this ship for the 2-piece bonus set. For engineering console or science consoles, I have the temporal disentanglement suite, the nuclear particle converter, and the high energy plasma expulsors. I can't pronounce that today, apparently. I'll get into that in a moment. And then for my tactical consoles, I have all vulnerability locators. Alright, so for the console here, what it does is +20 plasma damage resistance rating, plus 20 Tetrion damage resistance rating, +2 weapon power settings. And then you get the Firebringer, which does a PB AoE plasma damage each second. It does 1,339.4 plasma damage each second at 100% shield penetration, and does up to 5 foes within 5 kilometer radius. It applies to the vector components as well, so if you have the multi-vector assault mode going, each pet will use the high energy plasma thing and help with that. When activating a command bridge officer ability, it activates the Firebringer Flare which does an instant AoE plasma damage, does 2,857.5 plasma damage, 100% shield penetration to foes within 2.5 kilometer radius. Now, with the two-piece bonus set here, what you get is plus 10% energy damage and then plus 2.5% critical chance as well. So that's that. So here's my skills here. Not too much to go on there. For traits, for starship traits, I have Temporal Insight, Energy Weapon Cycle, Withering Barrage, and Numerical Superiority. That's going to help there. For the other ones, I have Enhanced Armor Penetration, Shield Penetration, Tactical Advantage, and Advanced Targeting Systems. For Reputation, I have the Tetryon Cascade, the Quantum Singularity Manipulation, and the Biomolecular Shield Generator. For stations, so my Commander Tactical, I have Chemolaced Weaponry 1, Tactical Team 2, Tac Pattern Beta 2, and Scatter Volley 3. And then for my Lieutenant Tactical, I have Tactical Team 1 and Cannon Scatter Volley 1. For my Lieutenant Commander Engineering, I don't have a command officer, so I'm not able to utilize the that Firebringer Flare, which would be awesome to see. I get the Emergency Power Weapons, Emergency Power Shields 1, Engineering Team 2, and Emergency Power Weapons 3. For my Commander Science, Lieutenant Commander Science, I have Hazard Emitters 1, Science Team 2, and Gravity Well 1. And then for the Ensign Universal, I threw on an Engineering for Emergency Power Weapons 1. Alrighty, so here we go. I am going to go with the Tac Pattern Beta or whatever it is. Wow, that was pretty quick. I wasn't even there for that. Jeez. I don't even know if I'm firing at anything. Whoa, look at this. So late to the party. My goodness. Alright, let's give these guys some fun here. Alright. I'm gonna do this. Alright, there we go. Oh, where do these guys come from? Oh, come on. Oh, I don't even know what's going on here. Please don't let them. There we go. I was able to get my my gravity well out in time to stop them. So that was awesome. May have been a little late to the party, but at least I was able to help out. I don't even know where my ships are. I have no idea where they are. I might have to pull them back in. Let's pull them back in. There we go. There we go. We're gonna do Firebringer again. Back up. Alright, we're taking them down. We're doing fairly good here. Alright, sweet. That was pretty darn good. Let's fire off some fireworks, shall we? Yeah, there we go. What can I say about the Hestia Class starship? It's a nice tribute to the original Prometheus that we get to fly around in, and even from the TV series, it's a nice, refreshed and updated look. I don't have any real complaints about this ship. It handles fairly well. It's a fine ship. Like I said, I can't really find much to gripe about this other than the top nacelle on the saucer section. That's the only thing that I can gripe about. Everything else about the ship is nice. It's great. And this is like one of my lower end characters, and it still held up fairly well in the battle. I think I only had to use shields once or twice during the STF, so that's pretty good. That shows that this ship is you know, it's a lot better than some of the other escorts I've flown. So take that how it is. Well, that is it for today's video, and as always, this is a start of a dialogue. Do you have this ship? What do you like or dislike about this ship? And are you happy to see that there are new ship reviews coming to the channel? Let me know your answers and any questions you have down in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. And if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you are not a member of this community, press subscribe. I make content on Star Trek Online and other sci-fi related videos, commentaries, and reviews just like this one once a week. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. I will link the Patreon page in the top pinned comment below if you want to support this channel further. Every little bit helps, and it means so much to me if you could help. I will also link my Twitter and Facebook pages down in the pinned comments as well. Thank you for watching, live long, and prosper.